Takes so much not to shout your name out loud. I'll always be here for you, like the shore is always waiting for the sea. I'm waiting for you, waiting here for you, aching for your loving arms. Waiting for you, waiting here for you, aching for your loving arms.
One hour mashup of yoga, barre, Pilates, weights. You can do it. Yes, you can, and I can help you. I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. That's the best part. Let's start. I mean it. Let's start. Stress number. That's the first thing we do. Lock in a stress number. Scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. Lock it in your head and come on up to standing. All right, we're going to warm up. Whatever you do, bottom of the screen says, don't hurt your body. Don't hurt your body. If something doesn't feel right, don't do it. If it's painful, stop. Just stop. You know your body best. Get in tune with it. Let's start with our breath. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Here we go. Take that pose of confidence because you want to be confident in your ability, right? Spread your feet a little wider than hip width distance apart. Hands to your hips, shoulders back and down, chest lifted. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You can do it. Yes, you can. Maybe even close your eyes. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with our feet, our foundation. Start to rise up onto the balls of your feet. You got to choose what's right for you in today's practice. We got a lot of things we're combining, weights, barre, Pilates, and of course, yoga. But you got to do what's right for you. You've got to choose what's right for you. You're empowered. Don't hurt your body. Whatever works. Works. All right, so I'm going to start off Friday, homework. Homework for the weekend is do what you're doing right here. Lift up onto the balls of your feet, come down to your heels. Embrace the strength in your ankles, in your feet. And when you're standing, just come on up to the balls of the feet. You can do it. Work it in. You can work it in a lot this weekend. Every day we practice live. You know that. Every day is different. Start to finish, 1 hour, no cuts, nothing. It's just like a real class. Come join us. Come check us out each and every day. All right, how you doing? Lift on up higher onto the balls of the feet and try to hold it here for a second. You're strong, you can do it. Give it a go. You can have a chair nearby. In fact, I'm going to use a chair in a little bit later on when we do our donkey kicks and our fire hydrant pose. You could have the chair next to you and be holding on to it for balance. How are you balancing on the soles of the feet? Come on, you got it. And then come on down to the heels. Lift your toes up and give them a wiggle. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Feet are strong. Plant them on the earth. Grab a ball or something. Grab something, maybe even the water bottle. All right, so we're going to lift our arms up. Think extended mountain and hold the ball above your head. Start to roll it down your forearms. Roll it down the forearm, kind of toward the elbow. Just move it. You got it. All right, find the balance here. Find the attention to detail in keeping that ball and not letting it fall. And if it falls and rolls away, go get it. You got it. Breathe. Come on back up. Bring the ball high overhead. Take a baby back bend. Lean back. Send the ball toward the back of the room. Look up. Exhale. Fold forward and let the ball come down toward the earth. Hold it here. Spread your feet a little bit wider. Just send the ball kind of between your legs and then out forward. Between the legs, out. Between the legs and out forward. Hold on, you got it. Let's finish up here. Bring the ball between your ankles. Roll on up, one vertebra at a time. Still got the ball, right? Okay, let's do big arm circles with this ball. Hold on to the ball and just like you're drawing a giant circle on the front wall, Breathe. Take your arm circle in the other direction. In through the nose, out through the mouth. You got it. Nice arm circles. All right. Bring the ball down by your side. Take it in one hand. Stand up nice and straight. Transfer the ball behind your back and in front of you, and then into the other hand. Back and forth, kind of like your big coat swing, right? A little bit. All right. Transfer the ball in the other direction. You got it. And then place the ball down on the ground in front of your feet. We're coming back to it in just a second. Come back up, roll your spine up one vertebra at a time. Arms down by your sides, and now take the twist. Twist over one shoulder, then the other. Look over one shoulder, then the other. You're twisting in the waist. Adjust your feet if your stance isn't super comfortable. Be confident here. You're planted on the earth. You're solid. You're not going anywhere. You're strong. Twist, twist, twist. Come back to the midline of your body. Tee out your arms nice and big. Give yourself a big hug. Hug fingers towards your spine. Soften in the shoulders, then expand the shoulders to the side of the room. Open it up again, and then transfer the other arm on top. Shoulders down and away. Don't rehash yesterday's can'ts in your mind. I can't, and I didn't, and I shouldn't. Focus on what you can do today. Open up. Open up. Breathe the backs of the hands to the back of the wall. Chest is open. Exhale, fold forward. Find the ball that you placed in front of your feet. Slip it up between your thighs. And then act as if you're sitting back in a little chair. Hands on your hips. Hold on here. Keep your feet down. Feet down and bend in the knees. Feet are completely down. How low can you go? I can't go very low. Hold on here and then pop on up to the balls of your feet. Squeeze that ball good and hard. Maybe a chair is right by your sides. All good. Squeeze the ball nice and tightly. Now start to pulse the ball in. And we're going to start with bar right away. You can hold on to your chair. Totally fine having the balance here. No big deal. You're after that tight squeeze in the upper thighs. Hold on. You got it. Now squeeze the ball good and tight. Hold that tight squeeze there. Sink a little bit lower. Shoulders are back over your hips. Hold on here. Now pulse little teeny pulses up and down. Breathe. You got it. In through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. You're strong. You're thinking, oh my gosh, what a warm-up. This is the practice. Yeah, it is. We're doing it. You're doing it. You can do it. Yes, you can. Pulse, pulse, pulse. All right, finish up. Plant your heels. Spread your legs a little bit wider. Put a bend in your knees as if you're kind of coming into, I don't know, a football stance, almost like a chair pose. Sit back, but feet are spread wider. Take the ball. Think of a figure 8 on its side between your legs. So do the figure 8. You've got a ball, or maybe you're doing it with a water bottle or a shampoo bottle. It's all good. Do your figure 8 here. You got it. Keep it moving. Figure 8. With the ball, perhaps, or your shampoo bottle, your water bottle. Hold on. Sink your hips back. You got it. All right, let's spread the legs even wider. Spread your legs wider, kind of toe heel them out a little bit. Squat on down. You got it. Let's do that figure 8 again. Bigger figure 8. Bigger infinity sign on its side. Okay, today the word is, oh, there you are, is replenish. Think of the word replenish. Replenish means to make up, to feel complete. Again, yesterday the word was empty. Whew, we emptied everything out in our restorative practice. Now we're going to replenish, fill up, and be strong again. All right, how you doing? Nice job. Let's finish up. Straighten the legs. Bring the ball back up with you. Spread your legs wide. Big figure X. Breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Transfer the ball to the other hand. Go back to your X shape. Transfer it back and back to your X shape. Keep transferring. You got it. All right. Bring the ball back to the midline of your body. Pulse the ball in with your hands. Breathe. Breathe. Strong shoulders, strong upper back. You got it. This ball is not completely inflated. You want it nice and squishy. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring your legs together. Ragdoll pose. Fold forward. Hands to opposite elbow creases. Toe heel your feet hip width distance. Let the head hang heavy. Gaze back to your knees or up towards your belly button. Put a little bend in your knees. We did that earlier. Remember that feeling? And then sway your elbows from side to side. Loosen up in the low back. It's Friday. We want to have fun. You got to have fun with your practice. Because if you don't, you won't come back and do it again. The ball makes it fun. Maybe you're using a water bottle. It gets your mind onto the posture and out of your head. Breathe. Finish up. Come back to stillness in the midline of your body. Release your fingers to the mat and come on down. I hope you got some water nearby too. You want to have water and take sips of it periodically. Knees spread wide, hips back to your heels. Reach your arms to the top of your mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let it go in your child's pose. Here's where you can engage your Ujjayi Pranayama breath by closing your lips and breathing in and out of your nose. Doing this allows you to build heat in your body. Breathe sigh whenever you need to, though. Come back to your child's pose. Relax, breathe, stretch, enjoy the moment. All right, that's your child's pose. Whichever variation you took, it's good. Come on back. Neutral tabletop, knees under your hips, wrists under your shoulders. Bring your palms onto the mat with your fingers back towards your knees. Rock a little bit from side to side. Send your bottom more back to your heels and stretch it out. If you don't want to put the weight on your knees, you can be seated however you like, or maybe even in a chair. Pull the fingers back toward the wrist. Kind of the same sensation in the forearms. Let it be. Breathe. Move your hips. Let your hips be the driving force here. You're moving your hips left to right, back towards your heels. Just get that nice stretch going in your forearms. All right, let's come into the feet. Take your blocks, if you have them, and bring them by your sides. You don't need them, but it might be kind of fun to use them. Tuck your toes towards your shins, toes pose. Have a seat back on your heels. The blocks, think of it as bringing the ground up to you. It gives you kind of a little bit of stability. Sit back onto your heels. Breathe. If you're seated in a chair, you can put your blocks on the ground and stretch. Put your toes onto the blocks and stretch out your feet there. Breathe. Toes pose. Strengthen the feet. All right. Let's come into an ankle pose. Bring the tops of your feet onto your mat using those blocks with the ground up to you. Walk the blocks back and press on up to the tops of your feet. All right, so your yoga does so many good things for you. Body, mind, soul, we say it's the union of those things. But yoga leads to self-transformation on so many levels. Don't let that sound too woo-woo. All right, lean back maybe a little bit more. But so many things happen. Your bodies, think about your bodies. Your bodies are always responsive to your movement. Think about walking. You don't have to think about walking. It just kind of happens. How are your ankles feeling? Let's go back to a toes pose. All right, so your body is ever responsive to the movements. And you know what? So's your mind. Your mind, it's recording it. It knows what you're doing. It listens to what you're saying. We've been told that, but we kind of don't live it so much, do we? Think positive thoughts. Think positive things. Think, yes, I can. I'm doing it. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Don't think, I can't. Because if you think I can't, your body's going to respond, and it won't. All right, let's go back to one more ankle pose. Lean back. Take it as far as is right for you. Listen to your body. How does it feel? Push into the blocks. And again, if you don't have the blocks, you can just have your hands down by your sides. Blocks are just kind of nice. They bring the ground up to you a little bit. Lean on back. How is that ankle pose? All right, let's come out of it. Come back to a neutral tabletop position. Lift your feet up, squeeze and scrunch your toes, circle the ankles, tap your feet out on your mat. There you go. Cat-cow pose. Awaken your spine from your neutral tabletop. Push into the earth with the tops of your feet in your hands. Lengthen through your spine. Exhale, cat pose. Tuck your tailbone and the chin under. Inhale, cow pose. Crown of the head and tailbone lift. If you're seated in a chair because it doesn't feel good on the knees, you can do this. Reach your hands back. Grab the sides of the chair. Tuck your chin and your tailbone. And then slide it in the opposite direction as you pull your hands into the bars on that chair, lifting your chest to the front of your room. All right. Cat-cow feels pretty good. Let's do cat pulling its tail. Lift your right leg up, knee to hip height. Draw your heel towards your shins. Dial your right hip down so the hips are equidistant to the earth. Push into your hands, then lift your left hand, bring it around behind your back and capture your right foot. Kick into your foot and look to the left. Breathe. Kick harder into your hand. I think I said kick into your foot. Kick your foot into your hand. Breathe. And let's come on down. Hand down, knee down, other side. Left knee lifts, knee at hip height. Draw the foot in, reach your right arm around. And if you can't quite reach your foot, no big deal. Kick. Look over your right shoulder. Breathe. If you can't reach it, just reach toward it. All right, you got it. Come on down. There you go. Cat pulling its tail. Bird dog pose. Lift your right knee up. This time extend the right leg. Reach your left arm forward. Push into the earth. Reach and stretch in both directions. You're strong. Stay here. Find length. Find strength. You've got it. Other side. Hand down, knee down. Left knee lifts. Left leg straightens. Right arm reaches. Bird dog on this side. Stretch, reach, find length. It's a big deal, right? Stretch. All right. Challenge. Bring the knee down and the hand down. Find your ball. We're going to do bird dog again. You did it once. You know it. Let's kick it up a notch by placing this ball, if you have it, underneath the right knee. Tuck the right toes toward the shin. Lift the left knee, extend it, and hold here. Left leg is extended. Right arm's going to reach. Find your balance on the ball. Feel your core, feel your belly engage differently than it did in the last bird dog when we were down on the ground. Embrace those little micro wiggles and finish. Hand down, knee down, ball under the other knee now. Tuck it under, the left foot tucks under, right leg lifts, right leg extends, push into the earth, you've got it. Perhaps the left arm reaches long to the front of the room. Reach, stretch, embrace those micro wiggles because you are strong. You're finding your balance here. Hand down, knee down. There's your bird dog on the ball. All right, let's take the ball or your water bottle or your shampoo bottle or your weight, whatever you got, and let's come into a donkey kick and a fire hydrant. You can do it on your mat by coming to a neutral tabletop. I'm going to use a chair today. If your knees don't feel good, the chair is a nice option. All right, so I have this funky bar stool. I just hope it doesn't twist on me. All right, so place your hands on the back of the chair. Step away from the chair. Take a moment here and create that flat back. So maybe step your feet back even farther. Flat back. Arms are on the back of the chair. Hold it here. Stretch it out. Now walk your feet a little closer to your chair. Take your ball, place it behind your right knee, lift, squeeze the ball, get your back nice and flat, hands on the chair, knees are together, then start to lift your knee to the side of the room. Another option would be for you to bring your forearms onto the back of the chair, and your gaze should be down kind of like to your left toes as you're lifting your right leg to the side of the room. Now, like I said, there's options. You can have your body on this chair, doing it the way I am, or maybe you're down on all fours in that neutral tabletop doing this position. Breathe. Are your left glutes on fire yet? Oh, yes, they are. All right, let's finish. Bring the knees together to kiss. Send the leg to the back of the room so your foot is up toward the sky. Pulse your heel in toward your bottom. Breathe. Little donkey kicks, little teeny pulses. Your standing knee, don't lock it out. Have a little bend in it. Squeeze the ball tightly. Now lift the entire foot up, up, up to the sky. Breathe. And as you're ready, bring the feet down to meet. Other side. Bring the ball behind the other knee. Lift it up, knees together. Rest your head, take advantage of that, and then start to lift the leg to the side of the room for your fire hydrant pose. And like I said, you could be squeezing the water bottle, the weights, your shampoo bottle, whatever behind the knee. Or nothing at all, that would work too. But maybe buy a ball, an exercise ball. Don't inflate it all the way, keep it kind of squishy, and just have fun with it. And when you're ready, in your fire hydrant pose, let's end it here. Knees meet, send the knee back, and let's take the heel and pulse it in to our bottom. Little teeny pulses. Breathe. Kick it in. Woo, you just know this is doing good for your backside, right? Those big muscles, your glutes. Work them. Legs on fire. Put a little bend in it. Be kind to it. Squeeze the ball tightly. Kick it up to the sky. Breathe. Breathe. You got it. You're strong. You can do it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Maybe you take little breaks. That's fine. Or maybe you stick with it. Let's finish here. Knee meets knee. Grab the ball from behind your bottom and place it down. And let's come into a child's pose. All right, I'm going to come back to my mat. Spread my knees wide. Hips back toward my heels. If you don't want to come down to your knees, you could stay on that chair. Reach your arms along to the top of the chair or to the top of your mat. Stretch out your back. Step back a little bit from the chair if you're using it. Whew. Both feet around the ground. In your wide-legged child's pose, you got both knees spread. Breathe in. Breathe out. It is time to do our plank. But first, I'm going to grab a drink of water. All right, so we typically do a 1-minute plank during most of our days of practicing. So let's do that. Now you think, oh, my knees, can't do plank. Yes, you can. Because here's what you could do. You could stand up against a wall, press your hands into the wall, step your feet back, and feel a little bit of strength in the arms. You could also do it this way. Come on down, friends. Come on down to your back. You could take your blocks or no blocks at all. Imagine that the ceiling is the ground. Press your hands up onto that ceiling as if it were the ground. So it's like a 180 reversal of a plank. But mentally, remember your mind, movement, your mind, you're remembering this. Press into the wall into the ceiling for your plank. Draw your shoulders back, tuck them in, and hold your plank there. There's always a way. There's always a way. The way I'm going to do it today, let me tell you a couple other ways. You can come to a neutral tabletop. You can spread your knees, adjust them so they're comfortable. Hinge your weight forward. Feel the weight in your arms and stay here in your knee plank. You could also drop down to your forearms, hands spread wide, legs step back a little bit. You can still stay on your knees and take a plank this way. Another way to do it, tuck your toes, lift on up and hold in your dolphin plank. That's a way to do it as well. High plank is another option. Shoulders under or over your wrists, legs long, hinge the weight forward and hold. I'm going to take the plank pose today with the ball under the tops of my feet. All right, I'm going to roll the ball back. I'm going to balance the tops of my feet on it. We set a 1-minute timer. It's for fun. You decide if you want to use it or not. If you use the timer, just kind of take little marks of how you improve. Maybe it's 10 seconds today, maybe it's 20 tomorrow. Let's go. Timer set, let's go. All right, plank. 1 minute, hold it here. Take your breaks as you need them. A way you could take a break is to drop to your knees. We're 10 seconds in, y'all. We are strong. All right, you could drop to your knees. If you're in a high plank, you could also send your hips high to a downward facing dog. Don't sweat it, have fun. Have your shoulders over your wrists, fingers spread wide. Deep breaths in, lengthen through your body. Deep breaths out. Guess what? 30 seconds in. You're awesome, you're strong, you're halfway. Whew. Maybe you're already taking a break and having water. That's fine. Breathe. Length, strength, strong. You are not quitting, unyielding. You're strong. 15 seconds to go. Got it. Hold on. Breathe. Everything is engaged in your core. Your body is strong. 5 seconds to go. When you're ready, we can count down to 1, 0, done. All right, come on off of your ball. Come on down, have a seat. maybe it's time for another drink. Okay, there you go. Plank, don't have to tell you this, engages everything you got, right? Makes you strong. You can plank. Don't let your age get in the way. The older you get, the more you should be moving, the more you gotta try. You got it, but take the variations, don't quit. All right, come on, let's come down. Let's do some more for the core. All right, put the ball behind your low back. Hi, Stan, Tyrone, our guys are here. Bill, Marietta, Tina, Rena, Steve, Tammy, Esther, Lynn. I'm glad you guys are here. And if you're watching on YouTube, thanks. Like us, subscribe. All right, lean on back into the ball. Oh, I feel it in my core. If you don't have the ball, lean on back like you're in boat pose. Hold it here. You got it. Lean back. All right, hands to prayer center. Heels just lightly on your mat. Little teeny pulses here. Lift, lower. You got it. Maybe bring your fingers to your temples if you like that, or keep the hands at prayer center. You can do it. Little teeny pulses. Breathe. Whoo. Heels stay down. You can do it. Little lifts, little lowers. Keep at it. Stay strong. Your core is strong. Are you feeling it? You know, we used to think our core is just our belly, but our core can be considered everything. Everything here is engaged. You're strong. You're moving. Heels really lightly on the ground. Hands to prayer center. Maybe reach them forward. Just feel the difference in the lift. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Maybe you're breathing in and out of your mouth to let some heat go after that long plank that you succeeded at, right? All right, let's come on down. Remove the ball. Place the ball between your ankles, perhaps, or no ball at all. Don't sweat it. Let's come on down. Let's do a Pilates 100s. All right, arms down by your sides. Tuck your shoulders in a little bit. No ball is totally fine. Legs are long on your mat. I'm going to squeeze the ball between my ankles. When you're ready, lift your shoulders on up. Reach your hands. They're a couple inches off the ground. Reach your fingers towards your feet and pulse your hands down, down, down. Maybe lift up in the heels. Breathe. Maybe give that ball a good squeeze. Ooh, you feel it right in the middle of your tummy. Breathe, breathe. The idea is we pat the ground 100 times, but you're going to pat it as much as is right for you because you listen to your body. You know what is good, what is right. Soften your shoulders a little bit away from the ears. Pulse, breathe. You got it. Hold on. Stay strong. Do what you can with what you got. Breathe, breathe, breathe. All right. As you're ready, if you're ready, maybe you're ready now. Let's come on down. Stretch it out. Stick pose. Arms high overhead, toes point to the bottom. Just stretch. Breathe in, breathe out. That's hard, isn't it? But you're harder, you did it. All right, press on up. Remove the ball. Find your 2 blocks. Let's do a lunge. Get back into the hips, standing on your knees. Bring your right foot forward. Send your left leg long onto your mat. Come on up. Shoulders a little more over the hips. Or maybe you're resting your hands on the blocks. Right knee over right ankle. Hold it here. Arms go up to the sky. Reach the hands to the back of the room. Twist your upper body toward the right. Let your left arm come down outside the right knee. Send the right arm up. A little bit of a twist. Look to the right. Come back to the center. Arms go back up. Little baby back bend. Hands back down to the blocks. Little bit of surfing. Straighten the right leg and bend it. Straighten and bend. Maybe take it all the way back to the heel, walking the blocks back with you and walking it forward. Back and forward. Whatever works. All right, let's finish. Come back. Knees are on your mat. Left foot forward, knee over ankle. Right leg scoots nice and long. Stay right here if this is what works. Maybe shoulders over the hips. Arms go up, baby back bend. Right arm outside of the left thigh. Left arm reaches, twist, twist. Breathe, you got it. Back to the center, back to a baby back bend. Hands back to the blocks, or maybe they stayed there. That's okay. Start to surf. Left leg bends and straightens. Maybe walk the blocks back. Maybe bring the bottom toward your heel. Doesn't have to sit on it. And then forward. Surf it out. Use the blocks. Or maybe you've reached a point where there's no blocks at all. And you're using that strong core to go back and forth. All right, let's finish. Bring your knees together. Find your hand weights. Maybe find a drink before you come on up to standing. All right, we're gonna do some stuff with the weights. Again, remember, maybe 2 water bottles, 2 shampoo bottles, whatever works for you is perfect. All right, come on up. Standing. Okay, here we go. Take your weights, take them to your shoulders. Lift them up to the sky, then back to the shoulders. Palms are in, kind of towards your ears. You're lifting and lowering. You're finding good strength here. Ooh, you're strong. You got it. All right, palms are facing in. You could lift one arm, then the other. Breathe. Ooh, I see you, Dwayne. Yeah, he's trying to get that chair out of the way. Just go for it, honey. Go. You got it. There we go. All right, you're doing one arm, the other. Now, let's switch it. Bring your palms to the front of the room, and then lift and lower, lift and lower. Switch it up. All right, mind, body, soul, it all works together in our yoga. We know that. Let's work on the brain a little bit. Let's do some cross-body punches. Bring the weights back to your shoulders. Cross-body, right arm crosses in front of your chest. Left arm crosses, palms are in. Oh, breathe, cross bodies here. Move the legs a little bit. Don't be still. When the one arm reaches to the opposite side, lift that foot up. Take it to the other side. Cross body punches. Come on. Cross body movements are so good for the brain. We'll do that at the end today too, in our usual little supine twist. All right. How you doing with your cross-body punches? Nice job. All right, plant your feet. They're spread kind of wide. Lift your arms up, capital letter X. We did this earlier this week. Let's bend the knees, bend the elbows, kind of thinking of bringing the elbows toward the knees, then explode on up. Elbows kind of toward the knees, explode. Maybe elbows touch the knees and explode. Lift, lower, strong. Lift. Woo, you got it. Elbows to knees or close to it and explode. You got it. All right, arms down by your sides. Let the shoulders rest for a moment or two. Give them a nice little shake. Breathe in, breathe out. Arms go out in front of you. Arms are reaching out, little teeny pulses. Down and up and down. You got it. Breathe, breathe, breathe. All right. Palms toward each other, weights toward each other, arms still extended. Pulse it in, pulse it in, pulse it in. You got it, you got it. Tee out your arms, nice and wide. Pulse them back, chest is open. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Bring the arms parallel to each other, palms face up. Breathe like you're serving a tray. Maybe alternate, shaky tray, or both hands at the same time. Nice. Bend your elbows, bring the weights towards your shoulders. And out, maybe alternate. That's fine too. Bicep, curls, strong. Bring your arms down by your sides. Hug your elbows in, palms forward. Bicep curls here. Start with the arms long. Just curl them on up. Up toward the shoulders. Curl them on down. Up, down, up, down. Alternate if you want. It's all good. Whew. All right, those are your bicep curls. Back of your arms, your triceps. Let's love on them for a little bit. Arms down by your sides, palms in, shake your shoulders. Whew. Remember that chair pose? Remember the homework? Remember coming up onto the balls of your feet? Let's do it. Up onto the balls of your feet. Shoulders back and down. Pulse the weights to the back of the room. Chest is lifted. You're not looking down. Your chest is lifted. Your gaze is forward. You're pulsing the ends of those weights to the back wall. Oh, come on. Get closer to the wall. You got it. Pushing, Push it back, push it back, push it way back. Push it back and hold it. And then pulsing in. You got it, you got it, you got it. Nice, nice. All right, arms down by your sides. Keep holding onto those weights, shoulders away from the ears. Little teeny pulses down on the balls of your feet. Pulse down, pulse down, pulse down a little lower. Pulse, pulse, pulse a little lower. Pulse, pulse. Quads are on fire. When you're ready, let's finish. Legs come down, feet come down. Put your weights to the side. Take a big step forward with your right foot. Maybe you still got the chair in front of you or your counter. Put the weight into your right foot. Lift your back foot up. Maybe hands are on your hips. Lift the left leg higher, 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 higher. Bring the leg to what you think is about hip height. Hands can stay on the chair, on your hips, or reach to the front of your room. Warrior 3. You got it. You're strong. Hands back to prayer center or your hips. Left foot meets right. Right foot steps back. Weight hinges forward into the left leg. A little bend in the left leg. Lift the right leg up, up, up. Don't worry about how you're finding your balance. Just find it. The chair, no chair, hands to the hips, or reach through your arms. Stay strong, warrior 3. Hands to first center. Right foot meets left. You got it. Tree pose. Take your standing foot. Left foot roots into the ground. Right foot opens up. Slip the foot up inside the thigh. Press the right foot into the left thigh. Find your balance. Hands at first center, hands to a chair. Maybe sway your arms. Maybe bend the elbows, good and strong. Sway your arms, maybe they're nice and straight. Look to where the ceiling and the wall meet, you got it. Hands to first center, knee to the front of the room, left foot meets right. Right foot meets left, other side. Root through your right leg, open up your left. Slip the foot on up, press the foot into the leg into the foot, but avoid the knee. You know that. Whew, how you doing? Maybe stay right here, hang out like you're brushing your teeth. Maybe that's another homework assignment. We talked about that too. Hold on to your tree. You got it. Maybe the branches grow. Maybe you move them. It's all good. You just gotta do. That's the big thing. Just move. Get out and walk today. Enjoy the pretty day. Breathe. Move your arms. Find your balance. You got it. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Right foot meets left. Take a big breath in. Hands at prayer center. Tell yourself something positive. I did it. I'm doing it. I'm strong. Nobody can stop me. Breathe in. Breathe out. Zip your legs up. You will look taller. Let's do it. Big letter Y in the arms. Big letter W in the arms. 2 L's, forward and back. Hugging the elbows in. T for taller. You got it. Pulse the arms. Back, back, back to the back of the room. Let's do it again. Big letter Y. Remember, always keep the backs of the hands pressed to the back wall. You will look taller with this pose. Yes, you will, because you're strengthening your spine. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Let's finish. Arms float down. Close your eyes for just a second. Feel tall. Feel tall. Imagine being tall. Your brain is listening. You're tall. Your posture's good. Imagine a little string pulling you up the top of your head. Shoulders back. Shoulders down. Palms are in toward your hips. Spiral your arms a teeny bit so your pinkies are in just a teeny bit more than the other fingers. Breathe. You got it. You're tall. You're strong. You can do it. You're doing it. All right, let's find the ball again. Blink your eyes open. Find the ball. Use it if you want. Place it between your thighs. All right, here we go. We're going to work on the toes again. Hands to the hips or to the chair. Come on up to the balls of your feet. The ball gives you some stability here. Hold it here. Little teeny pulses down, down. Breathe. Try to practice barefoot if you can. You're at home. Nobody's watching. This allows your feet, your toes, so many muscles in your feet, so many tendons, so many ligaments. Let them work. Let them be free from shoes. Breathe. Pulses down. Pulse. Maybe sink a little lower and keep pulsing. Sink it to your lowest point and then squeeze the ball in. 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 Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Plant your feet solidly on the mat and then roll up onto the ball of one foot and then the other. So the ball's kind of scooting in between your upper thighs, but you're coming up onto the ball of one foot, bringing that foot down, coming up onto the ball of the other. Chair nearby is kind of nice. Explore the depth of this stretch into the ball of the foot. Come really high onto the ball, just like toes pose, right? Work on your feet. Now you could do this throughout the day. Maybe not having the ball between your thighs, but you can roll on up to the ball of the foot, then roll on up to the other. Heels come down, remove the ball, fold forward, ragdoll, remember that? Toe heel your feet, hip width distance or a little bit wider. Hands to opposite elbows. Look back to your knees. Put a little bend in your knees. Feel what you feel here. Take a moment, no rush, no hurry. Wiggle your hips. When you wiggle your hips, your elbows are going to start the wiggle too. Now bring one elbow back toward one knee, and the other elbow back toward the other. Movement, that's all it is. Getting out of your head and your negative thinking and moving. All right, let's finish. Hands back, down to your mat. Bend your knees. Come on down. Let's do some clamshells. All right, clamshells are fun. I'm going to grab a drink too. We're going to do clamshells with the weights and with the ball. If you don't have either one, don't sweat it. All right, I'm going to start with the weights. All right, so come on to one side. I'm going to come on to my right. Bend your right elbow. Have your shoulder over your elbow. Bend your knees. Place the weights on top of your thigh. Ankles are glued together. And then start to lift the top leg. All right. You think, oh, the weights, not doing much. Oh, yeah, they are. Do away with them for a second. And feel how that feels. Maybe you want to do just one weight, or you're going to hold on to both. You decide. Here's a way to kick it up. You know a way to kick it up a notch? I bet you do. You've been practicing with me for a while. Lift your feet up and open the knees here. So ankles are lifted. Oh my gosh. Breathe. There's your clamshell with the weights. All right. Let's finish here. Bring the knees down. Bring the weights down and find the ball. Bring the ball between your thighs. Squeeze that ball. Have no mercy on that ball. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You got it. You got it. Good job. Keep pulsing. You can do this. Yes, you can. Pulse the ball in, in. Remove the ball. Place it behind your top knee and lift the top leg up. Squeeze and pulse the ball. Squeeze that left heel, the top leg, like you're kicking yourself in the bottom. Think back to good old donkey kicks. Breathe. Squeeze the ball. Squeeze the ball. You got it. You got it. Good and strong. All right, guess what? We got another side to do. Let's do it on that side. All right, so finish up, remove the ball, come to the other hip. I'm gonna come to my left hip. Left arm's gonna be my balance. Keep the elbow under the shoulder. Press the forearm into the mat, and we'll start with the weights. Knees are bent. Start to lift that right leg, the top leg. So like a clamshell, right? Lift, lift. Stay lifted in your chest too. You know, the waist on the bottom, don't sag, don't fall into it. Keep it lifted. Stay strong. You can ditch the weights if you want, or go to one weight, that's fine too. Maybe lift the ankles and open here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Oh my goodness, it's a challenge, isn't it? All right, as you finish, let's finish. Knees come down, weights go to the side, the ball. Bring it between your inner thighs and squeeze. Squeeze the ball. Maybe you like to lift your ankles. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You got it. Right arm can be a little bit of a kickstand, can be on your hip. Maybe you reach it up to the sky like a mermaid. Life is good. All right, when you're ready, let's switch this ball. Bring it behind the right knee. Lift the right leg up. Left leg can just chill. And then kick it in, toward your bottom. So many ways to do it, right? Enjoy what you do. Enjoy what you do. Don't think of it, little teeny things. Don't think of it as, oh, I have to do my yoga. Think of it as I get to do my yoga. Because the stress number we took in the beginning, we're going to check it again at the end. And I guarantee your stress comes down. You feel better. You're more mobile. You're more flexible. That's the whole idea. All right. Stop pulsing here. Bring the foot down. Send your legs long in front of you. Reach your arms high to the sky. Take a seated forward fold. Reach your fingers toward whatever you can reach, ankles, calves, feet. Hinge forward, look to your knees. Breathe in, breathe out. Come on back up, shoulders over your hips. Let's come into a starfish pose. Okay, here's the deal. You could be seated in a chair, and we're gonna do your knee to your nose if you're in a chair. All right, I'm gonna come, left arm's gonna be straight. I'm gonna be on my right knee. I'm gonna extend my right leg long, and I'm gonna lift my leg up. Breathe. Maybe the arm lifts too. Maybe the right arm reaches to the front of the room. Back leg reaches to the back. Nice big stretch here. Now here's if you're in a chair, because you don't want to be on your knees, start to bring your knee up to your elbow. If you're in the position I'm in, bend both elbow and knee and have them touch. And reach, touch, and reach. Now if you're in the chair, I'm going to kick it up a notch for you. Instead of elbow to knee, you got that down now. If you're in the chair, reach your elbow and opposite knee to each other. All right, let's finish here. Big stretch out again. Come on down. Let's take it to the other side. So I'm going to come onto my right knee. Right arm is straight, and it's my foundation. It's keeping me strong. Extend my left leg. Lift my left leg. Perhaps the hand stays on the hip. Goes up to the sky, and I look up there, or I reach it to the front of the room. And stretch. Breathe. All right, knee to elbow, elbow to knee. Keep at it. You got it. Stretch. Elbow to knee. You got it. If you're in the chair, remember now it's time to take the opposite knee to the elbow. You got it. Let's finish here. Come down. Neutral tabletop. Stretch it out. Knees wide, hips back. Reach your fingers to the top of the mat. Let it go. Come on down to your belly. Once you're on your belly, let's do a crocodile pose. All right, bend your elbows. Hands are on top of each other. Rest your head on your folded hands. Legs are long. Lift your legs up. Maybe you lift one leg or the other or both. Hold it here. Pulse the legs up ever so slightly to the sky. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Strengthen your low back. Let the legs float down. Keep your hands glued to your forehead. Now little lifts in the upper body. Feet stay down. Elbows and upper chest. Lift and pulse. Up and down. Slightly. Let's finish. Hands under your collarbones. Press on up. Little baby seal pose. Soften in your glutes. Come on down to your back. Once on your back, find your ball if you want. Place the ball underneath your low back. Ooh, that feels good. And hang out here. All right, let's send the weight into our feet. Lift up off that ball. It won't go very far because it's still kind of secure. Lift your hips up. Breathe. Little teeny pulses of your hips up to the sky. Roll your spine down, one vertebra at a time. Maybe you come down to the ground or maybe you come down to the ball. Lift your right leg up to the sky. Pulse the right leg up, up, up. Push into the left foot. The ball is just kind of there. You're not putting a whole lot of weight on it. Right foot down. Left foot lifts. Left leg is straight. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Left foot down meets the right. Lift both legs up. You're on that ball. Send both legs out, 45 degrees. Pulse them up, up, up. Now the weight is on the ball, right? You're on that ball. Where else could you be? Pulse, pulse, pulse. Legs go up to the sky. Pulse them both up. Let the power be in your belly here. Little teeny pulses, not much movement, almost like if you got like the hiccups or something. Little teeny pulses up, up, up. Bend your knees, feet come down, slip the ball out, hips go high, bridge pose, roll your spine down, one vertebra at a time, left leg long, right knee bends, hug the right knee in, circle the ankle, left calf is down, left hand takes that right knee across the midline, of your body. Right arm tees out, right shoulder stays down, twist. Right hip down, hug the right knee in, circle the ankle again because you can. Right leg goes long, left leg bends. Supine twist here, hug the knee in, circle the ankle, right hand captures left knee, cross the midline of your body, roll onto your right hip, let it feel good. Left arm tees out, look to the left. Supine twist. Keep that left shoulder down. Hollow out the belly. Finish up. Left hip comes down. Right knee, hug it in, good and tight. Woo. Left leg goes long with your arms parallel to each other. Reach up to the sky. Strong core. Come on. Let's come on up to seated. Lift. Reach forward. Arms go up to the sky. Come on back down. Arms reach high overhead. Stretch. Let your arms keep nice and straight up toward the sky. Think of them as little levers. Roll your body up. Come on up to seated. Reach forward. Find your eye shade and your towel. Slide on back. Bring the eye shade and towel up by your shoulders. Stretch it out. Reach it out. One more time. Arms go up. Chin tucks. Reach forward. Oh, that's it. I promise. Come on down. All the way down. Find your eye shade or your towel, either one. Cover your eyes. Final Shavasana time. Legs. Spread them a little bit toward the edges of your mat if that feels good. Palms can be face up or face down. You decide what's better for you. I'm going to have palms face up. Tuck my shoulders slightly under my back. Breathe in, breathe out. Explore your breath. Maybe you go in through the nose again and sigh it out a couple of times. Come back to lips closed. Breathe in and out of the nose. Or maybe in through the nose and little teeny pursed lips like you're breathing through a cocktail straw. Breathe out the lips that way. Soften the area between the eyebrows. Imagine your eyes as heavy in the eye sockets. Soften your shoulders a teeny bit more to the ground. And your hips too. Let it go. Your body's heavy. Let it be. It's just a vessel for your soul. Breathe in. Breathe out. Unclench your jaws if your teeth are touching. Imagine softness everywhere in your body. Take a deep breath in. And your deep breath out. As we've continued to practice together, some of you have made a really good suggestion, and that is to have your remote control like one of your props right near your shoulders in your final Shavasana pose. That way, you can stay longer in your final Shavasana by pushing the pause button and relaxing longer here, allowing thoughts to come and go as you just really find peace in your body and let go of all negativity. And then when you're ready to come out of that final Shavasana, you can just unpause the video and conclude your practice. So now's the time. Pause if you want, or if it's time to move on with your day, take a deep breath in and a big sighing breath out. Let it go. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing motion back to them. Remember your toes. That's your homework assignment. All right, wiggle your ankles, your wrists. Take a big inhale, reach high overhead and stretch as if it were the first stretch before you even get out of bed in the morning. Exhale, bend your knees, bend your elbows, roll onto one side or the other. Bend your low arm and let your head rest on that bicep. Ooh, your biceps worked hard today too. Top shoulder relaxes. Eyes are closed. This is a breath to savor. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. As you're ready, slowly float on up and be mindful. Are you going to use your hands or not? It's fine to use them, but just know that you're choosing to use them. Sit comfortably. Bend your hands to prayer center. Press your thumbs slightly into your chest. Lengthen up through your spine because you can. Be tall here. Send your shoulders back and down. Sit up nice and straight. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Gently blink your eyes open. You did it. 1 hour. Fridays are fun. We do different things. You got to do something different every day. Every day we do a different type of practice. You know that. Come back, show up. You can do all of them. You can do all of them. Why? Because you modify it. Not everybody can do everything all the time, but you just got to do. You got to come to your mat. You got to try. Who to do better for than yourself? Truly. If you want to take care of others, you got to take care of yourself first. All right, remember your homework. I told you early on. Pop up onto the balls of your feet periodically. Find your balance. I do it in church too. All right, it's really good to find your balance. Do it. Try it. Work on it. See you back on your mats on Monday or on the weekend. Come for the weekend too. From us to you, much love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. See you guys tomorrow. Goodbye. Hi. You're a good girl. Yes, you are. I wish I were as flexible as you. My goodness. See ya. It's not what you think you are that's holding you back. It's what you think you're not that's holding you back. Come on now, you can do your yoga. You know that because you've stuck around, you've done your yoga, you've been doing your yoga faithfully. Good for you. And I hope you're seeing the benefits. I know you're seeing the benefits. Tell your friends about those benefits. Have them join our yoga too. It is free for anybody and everybody on Facebook and on YouTube. They can sign in, they can do the yoga live with us, which I think is the most fun, or they can watch it anytime throughout the day. If you'd like to support our broadcast, you can visit our website. It's www.316yoga.com. Come check it out. Come check out your yoga. Tell your friends to check us out and just have a good time. Be all that you can be. See you on your mats tomorrow.